It's Christmas in July at Premier Heating and Air, and we're offering rebates starting at $1,000. With the purchase of a new heating and air system, you also get a free gift card of your choice. Choose between Wi-Fi thermostat, UV light, or a $100 Visa gift card. Premier Heating and Air is also offering a $59 service call with your first pound of Freon included free. So call today and set up your appointment at 478-300-2633. Or log on to dublin.premierishere.com. Experience the Premier difference. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Offer ends July 31st, 2025. All right, now we made it our way over to the IGA with Matt Taylor, principal. Another great year.
Yes, looking forward to it.
You've been pretty busy already, right?
Yes, we're working on the majority of the summer, getting ready to welcome all the babies back. That's the most important aspect that we have is, to me, that's the most important asset we have in our community is our children. So get prepared for them to welcome back with open arms. I'm going to have red carpet rolled out the first day of school for them, music playing. It's going to be a celebration.
Yeah, you're getting ready for the teachers to come back. Got a real good
definitely.
event
Yes,
coming
we've
on.
got an event behind us. Welcome them back tomorrow, actually. At 8 a.m., we're having breakfast prepared for them. Got some fun and fellowship, some icebreakers, get the staff back into the community atmosphere again. Missed them throughout the summer. So welcome them back. Them too, open arms. We're all one family here, so I'm
Let's
excited
talk
to welcome
about
them.
IGA and what it offers.
So IGA is our gifted academy. We serve pre-K through 8th grade. We're a program of choice. So we're right here in Dublin City Schools, but one thing about it, the high school is right beside us here. So one thing we do, it's program of choice, and so students can attend Dublin City Schools, but apply for the gifted academy. We serve students who are identified gifted. They may be highly motivated, high functioning. However, there's a misconception that all students are identified gifted here, and that's not the case. We have some students that are high performing in some areas, maybe weaker in others. So our job is, you can envision a slinky in a box. We're not that box of education. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. We take our instruction as a slinky and meet the needs of every one of our students. So that's our purpose and our intent. One thing we do, with that application, though, we also have high expectations for our students. A lot of people ask, how can they achieve what they do? Is if you give them an inch of opportunity, they'll surprise you. And so our expectation we had 3 probations in place. We have an academic probation, an attendance probation, and behavior probation. So to make sure they maintain those high expectations throughout the year. But our overall goal for Dublin City Schools is high achievement success for all students. And so that's one thing we want to ensure that we do for them is set them up for success, be globally competitive, and so we do that by having those very high expectations. That's what we do. So that's us in its entirety, but at the same time, putting students first. That's what we do.
Let's talk about your staff. How many you have? Who's new this year?
All right, so we've got 32 staff collectively total between both campuses. Like I said, we serve P through 8. So we actually are a controlled growth model. So back in 2022, when I came on as AP, we had about 114 students. This year we have 268, so we more than doubled in size in a very short period of time. So because of that growth, we've had to add on more staff members. Last year we had 2 pre-K classes. The previous year, this past year we had to add on another kindergarten class, and then now this year we're adding another first grade class. So the upcoming year we're adding the second grade class. And so that continued growth model. New staff we have this year, our new first grade teacher, Ms. Brooke Nash. Graduated from Georgia College State University. We're excited to have her. She is energetic, passionate. Her room looks amazing already. So she's already been here throughout the summer working away. We have Ms. Julie McClennan as our new 3rd grade teacher. She's coming to us from ACE Academy up in Macon. We're excited to welcome her as well, her and her family. Her daughter's going to be joining us as well, so we're pumped about that. She'll be in 4th grade with us. And then also we have a new 2nd grade teacher, Ms. Audrey Hall. Ms. McClennan and Ms. Hall have been experienced in grade levels for multiple years. So I'm excited that the veteranship and that experience they're bringing to the table. So I'm elated about that. But they have a new hallway upstairs. Because of that growth, our the old Dublin High School gym on the upstairs hallway, which used to be one of the wrestling areas, is now converted into 2 classrooms. Our elementary new hallway over there. So Ms. Hall, like I said, she's coming to Bucky County, doing 2nd grade for us. She's bringing 2 boys with her. They'll be joining us as well with the family members. And so with them, with that hallway up there, we have done kind of add some new features to it. The Ron Clark House system, we implement that for our behavior system. And so students can earn points throughout the day for various soft skills, life skills, character traits. And so as they award points, they get those points on a house app that we have through Ron Clark Academy. And so that's kind of portrayed up on screens through our campuses. And so what we do is we kind of brag on our students. Their name will pop on the screen when they receive a point for doing something. So it's a little brag opportunity. Each of our staff members are in the house as well. So there's 5 houses that we do. We have our pre-K house, which is Nukamori. It's purple. They're the Dragons, the House of Kindness. And their country is Japan, language is Japanese. And then we have Rever, which I'm one of the house members of Rever, where the Miss Carr is as well beside me over here. But we're the Wolf Pack, House of Dreamers. Our country is France, language is French. Then we have Altruismo, who's a house of givers. Their country is Brazil, language is Portuguese. They are the Snakes. And then you have Isabendi, the house of courage. My son is in Isabendi, one of my sons, and so he's in Isabendi. So he's got the house of courage. Country is South Africa, language is Zulu. And they are the lions. And then you also have Amistad, the peacocks. Their language is Spanish, country is Mexico. And so they're the peacocks. They're red. So we actually got 5 different houses, but all collectively our motto is 5 houses, 1 IJ family. Because no matter what background you come from, what culture you are, wherever you come from, we're all blended as one. And we're all do what's right for kids.
Wonderful. What is the greatest reward you've gotten from IGA?
Man, I would say the return investment and seeing our kids succeed. I think it's probably the biggest thing of all. Relationships we build with our students and their families. Like I said, we're kind of a smaller knit group, and so being able to build those deeper connections. Obviously, the most important bridge you can build is between home and school. Most important one you can do, and I feel like we do that very well here. I'll have families that call and just say thank you for what you did for our kid today, whether it be to our staff, whether it be to me, whether it be to my AP, Dr. Kite. Just things we don't just teach the child. We serve them, look at the whole child. And I think just being able to look at that collectively as a staff that we're able to do that, I think speaks volumes to what we do. Seeing our kids in our honors days of last year, the accolades they received. We had over 60 RISA award winners last year just on this campus alone, and just looking at what our teachers do and pour back into our students. We had our very first year of doing the stock market game with our 8th graders under Ms. Bellflower's leadership. They won for our congressional district. So just seeing the amount of effort being poured in and the students just being successful, and not just like I said in the classroom, but being outside the classroom as well. Being our junior beta students serving back in the community, seeing them serve in multiple places and just giving back. So just that, that side of, I think, for me, the greatest accomplishment I can have as principal is seeing our students succeed.
Yeah. So if a parent, we're out there and we say, hey, I think I want to know more. I think I want to maybe get some more information. What's the process like?
It's simple. You just email me, matt.taylor@dcsirish.com. It's matt.taylor@dcsirish.com. They can also call us anytime. So Ms. Carl will answer, Mr. Vanyard will answer, and give me their number, and I'll call. If it's an email, it comes straight to me a little faster. I'll get back within 24 hours, which is what I try and do as a leader. So if they want any more information, I can send them anything they need to know.
Matt, you have an outstanding team here. Very congenial, very helpful. All are very energetic, ready to go to work, ready to help in any way. I know they treat me that way every time I come over. It seems to be the theme, and so we wish you a very successful year this year. Now, let's go through your team now. You mentioned Ms. Carr.
That's right. So we got Ms. Carr. She's our elementary specialist. What I call her is basically is my admin assistant in our elementary building. This is our primary building. We serve P through 1 in this building this year. So you walk in, you'll see her first. You exit to the left and enter to the left, you'll see our cafeteria. As you go down the hallway, you've got Ms. Brooke Nash, our new first grade teacher there. Next to her is Ms. Kim Fernandez, our veteran first grade teacher who is phenomenal. You got on down, you've got Ms. McDaniel. You also have our new parapro this year with Ms. McDaniel, Ms. Blackburn. So Annabelle Blackburn's one of our new parapros. She just graduated, was enrolled in a teacher to para certification process, para to teacher, certification process. So we're kind of building her up, building that foundation of education and getting her ready. So you've got her and Ms. McDaniel there in kindergarten. You'll enter through a small little room there. It used to be our band room many years ago when this building was built. Now it's 3 different classrooms. But you enter through, you've got the nursery station to the left, and then to your right, you've got our pre-K babies, Ms. Johnson. So you've got Ms. Dina Johnson there, our teacher, and you got Ms. Lamia Jackson, our parapro for that pre-K class. Next to them, you have Ms. Becky Souls, our pre-K teacher. And then with her, you have Ms. Ella Jordan, our pre-K para. Ms. Jordan is actually one of the ones that helped do all this behind me with Ms. Carr's assistance. And so then you've got to the left of them, you have Ms. Stephanie Wood, our kindergarten teacher, and her para this year is also new, and Ms. Eileen Delgado. And Eileen is actually return investment. We in Dublin City Schools just graduated from DHS last year. Was in a teacher certification program with our CTA program under Ben Lanier's leadership and Dr. Overstreet. And she's actually coming back to us to work as a actually certified employee now. So that's a powerful process to see that return investment after graduating high school come straight to us and have a job. So it's awesome. And then moving over to our middle grades building, we have upstairs, I mentioned Miss Hall and Miss McClennan, the first ones up, elementary. Downstairs, the old locker rooms were, if those watching remember the old Dublin High School, we got the locker rooms downstairs. Engineering lab is Mr. Harvey. He's downstairs, along with Mr. Hines as elementary engineering for us. On the other side, you've got Miss Kaiser, Miss Chris Kaiser, art teacher. And then that room also has an office. We have a museum coordinator. We do 3 museums every year as well on this campus. We do a spring museum showcase. We do a Black History Museum, and then also a winter museum as well. We did last year the Festival of Trees. Miss Melissa Williams is our museum coordinator, so she's there in that office as well. And then on the other side, you have upstairs Miss Antisha Smith, does the ELA for us in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Then coming down, you have Miss Pam Woodard, who's retired and came out of retirement to teach with us. She's a 4th and 5th grade math for us this year and 4th grade science and social studies. Then down right beside her, you have Miss Brooke Hutchison, who does 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math for us. Our 8th graders getting a high school credit with enhanced algebra this year, so she's doing all that with our 8th graders. So I've got her. Then down in the gym, you have Coach Starley, who does PE for us. You got Coach Stubbs as well, who comes over from the high school, serves our students on weightlifting. Then you also have our new PE teacher for elementary. You have Miss Michelle Mitchell. Miss Michelle Mitchell is also our ladies basketball coach for the Fighting Irish. So she's coming over and joining us, our team this year as well, that we are pumped and elated to have her. Yeah. And then when you walk in the front in that building, you'll see Miss Deidre Devaney. Miss Devaney was our family support specialist last year. Many of our families and community know her. She's serving a different role this year. Miss Deborah Register, who sat in that seat for many years, retired last year. And Miss Devaney is filling her role and shifting over there in that seat. So she's right there as you first walk in, you'll see her. Then, of course, our amazing cafeteria team at WC Schools, our nutrition department is phenomenal. You'll see them in both sides. And you also got one of our new employees, Mr. Timothy Rozier. Tim Rozier is our new custodian that serves this entire campus. He is phenomenal. He's been already with us this summer, plowing away. And then right beside me, most of the time you'll see Dr. Kite. Julie Kite is our assistant principal here. Does a phenomenal job. And then as you transition to the high school, we've actually got 3 rooms in the high school as well this year. So you've got, in the first, we had the past couple of years, on the left in the high school, you have Miss Eldridge Bellflower, who teaches our 7th and 8th grade social studies for us and also does a life skills class for 8th graders. Then on the right-hand side, you have Miss Marcy Mulkey. Miss Mulkey does our 7th and 8th grade ELA and half of 6th grade ELA and also does theater. So she does a lot for us on the right-hand side there. And then on the second room on the right, you got Coach Fred Williams. He is, he's building relationships. Kids love him dearly. He does 7th and 8th grade science for us this year, and will do a PE class for us. So we have our team is deep. We also have one that keeps us all accountable. If something happens on campus, we got an emergency, we're calling her, and that's Miss Amanda Wilson, our nurse. So we've got her on campus as well. So we have truthfully a dynamic team here that I'm thrilled to have.
Yeah, Mr. Taylor, now, how can the community become involved and help you come alongside?
Man, so anytime they want to come in and, walk through and check out our campus, anytime they want to come in, they can come in, talk to me, how they can serve. We do a weekly newsletter on our social media platforms every week that comes out from me. So it's a principal newsletter. It goes out on what's called SMORE, it's a platform. But on that newsletter, it has a volunteer section of what we need, and they can look on that volunteer section and say, hey, we may need someone to help out with the library this week, organize it, or may need help, painting this, or there's small ways that they can come in. If they want to read a book to a class, which is the most important thing I encourage them to do is read with their child. If they want to come and read a book, just let me know. We always welcome them with open arms. Anytime community wants to come in and check out what we got going on, we're always trying to grow and get better at what we do. And people can see on our campus, we improve it each and every year. So if they see a need, we try and meet it if it's best for kids.
Well, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for what you're doing. I mean, it's so far really so good in what you've been able to accomplish with your team here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, go Irish.
Go Irish.